Frustrated plans and delays. That's pretty much the theme of both this episode and this chapter. But we get to save some science guys that kind of look like Commander Lasky, so that's cool, I guess.
Doctor, we're going to get you a ride out of here. Sit tight. Crimson, check the...
Hello and welcome again. This is Legendary Spartan Ups No Deaths, and I'm on my own. So it's pretty much as hard as you can make Spartan Ups without introducing some sort of honor rules which restrict what weapons you have. This is my setup. It's pretty much standard. DMR, plasma pistol, got a regen so I can get back into fights, get my shields up and keep myself protected as much as I can. I've also got mobility because I'm going to be doing a little bit of backtracking to keep my DMR ammo topped up, because only one place that I know of that has the DMR ammo on this map, and it's an infinite box, so I decided DMR is pretty much best rifle, so I'm just going to do it. Mobility means that I can have an infinite sprint basically. So a couple of hunters and some grunts. Sometimes one of these grunts on the right here does have a fuel rod gun, so bear in mind of that. Don't have to deal with these guys, and in fact the Pelican behind you has a tank turret attached to it, so it can actually take out the guys, so it can actually take out these hunters on its own fairly effectively. I'm just going to run past them, start engaging these next group of enemies. Fun fact for you, if you stay at the landing zone for too long, kill the two hunters there, sometimes a second pair of hunters can spawn and they'll come rolling up to you. You'll have to deal with them once they've spawned as well. And since many of the Spartan Ups triggers for progressing through the missions are all based on enemy deaths, if those guys do spawn, you're going to have to take those guys out as well. So don't stick around there too long. There's a couple of rocket launchers you can back there you can use to take out the hunters if you decide you want to stick around. Sometimes the Pelican won't kill them on its own, and you will have to use those rocket launchers. They'll come lumbering down to this area after you, in their own time. Won't be immediate. You can still see one little red dot on my radar, but I don't think it's actually a hunter. So as I said, frustrated plans and delays. Basically wanted to get to this harvester and resume the digging operation that the Covenant were doing. See the objective on the right? That's where we believe there is one of these artifacts that are linked to the artifact that we all got at the end of episode 1, all the way back at the start of this Spartan Up season. And very intelligently, oops, there it is, that was that grunt. And very intelligently decided to bring this mysterious foreigner artifact onto the Infinity, the flagship of our fleet. And that is now binding us to the planet Requiem, so we can't get out. So Crimson has to come save the day, again, typically. Pretty much standard fighting, DMR combo with the plasma pistol.
I'm here, yes. Crimson's where you said they should be.
Now I was actually playing without sound here, so I couldn't actually remember what the hell was going on. So I was like, is this where something comes in? Nothing comes in. So, unfortunately, even once we do get to the harvester, we figure out that it has a massive shield in front of its doorway, and we can't bring in any air support to try and break through it because there are magical AA cannons, which didn't prevent us from dropping just this short way away, but does prevent us from going into the harvester itself, apparently. Just 100 meters down this slope, and then that's into the danger zone of the AA fire. So very kindly, they drop some more enemies on your head. Gonna have to grind through these guys as well. After we've done that, we're gonna realize, oh, there's a big green thing. We can't do anything about it. Gonna have to go through to the other end of this map, which in one of the earlier chapters was where you started. Gonna go up there, kill some more guys, and then there's gonna be some magical mumbo jumbo with Roland. He's gonna disable some shields that are on the AA cannons there. And then you're going to finally be able to kill all of those AA cannons. And then you come back down, as a Pelican comes in, bust your way into the harvester, kill some more guys there. And then you hit a couple of buttons. Unfortunately it's a co-op style button, so that means there's two buttons that you have to hit on opposite sides. Which is only fun when there's more than one of you. It's not fun when you're on your own. Should have just made it one button. This bit was actually one of the trickiest bits, just these couple of enemies here. Getting pretty low on my plasma pistol. Didn't really mean to use on him. Particularly him, that guy with the Furod gun right there. Meant to pick up that Furod. Meant to pick up that plasma pistol. Whoops. Yikes. Died to him a couple of times like that. Fortunately, no deaths in this run. Just gonna hit this waypoint.
Can't see a way to bring that shield
Yeah,
down
of course
besides
not. That would be
brute
too
forcing
easy.
it. Dalton, Crimson could use
Making
some
a short
fire.
Spartan Ops mission,
Rocket
apparently
launchers,
that's not
Spartan
in their
lasers.
MO.
I was thinking something more along the lines of air support. Miller, there's anti-air station near Crimson's position.
Basic formula is take an okay sized map and then just put more enemies in. More. Some Furod cannons there if you feel like them. I didn't feel it was very useful on solo. If you're in co-op and there's more targets for the enemies to shoot at, sure, one of you can take one of the Furod cannons, no problem. I'll just lay some flak down into the enemies downrange. So this is one of the reasons why I brought my mobility. It gives me infinite sprint. Completely forgot that that phantom doesn't actually shoot at you. Keep rolling. So several waves of enemies gonna have to get through here. One's coming up to this hill right here. Oh yeah, snipers up there as well, by the way. Whoops. That was an elite with a Furod gun. Another general or a zealot, I don't even know what they're called in Halo 4. It's changed. Just confuses me. Really good thing they're good. It's a good thing they're a poor shot. Still one sniper up there. This can be an awkward moment as well. Trying to get around this corner. This guy's annoying, but you can use the rock face, get close to him, and then when you're close enough, he'll try and throw a group. Where is he? He's gone. He'll try and throw a grenade. Try again. There we go. And he'll fall off, even if you don't manage to get the plasma pistol on him first time. Okay, then I decided to make my way around to the right here. Maybe I'll pick up a needler. Rain some pink death. Why not?
Wouldn't mind one. Me either. Give me a second here. Drop pod incoming. Whatever Covey set up those shields forgot to change the default remote deactivation code. If I broadcast that, boom, no more shields.
I actually think one of the later missions in this same episode, on this same map in fact, the very last one, I think that's one of the best Spartan Ops missions, and the reason is because it doesn't do this trick where they just drop in more enemies in these super fast, super massive drop pods. Those really annoy me. It actually is structured more like a proper level where they're just like, here are the enemies, they'll spawn as you go through them, and they'll just sort of spawn naturally as if they were already there, even though you obviously know they're not. And it's much more natural, and it feels much better when you progress through it rather than like, oh, I've made 10 meters of progress and now more guys are dropping on my face. Awesome. Because that's pretty much what happens here. Something around there. Something like a jackal. Oh, and one more elite. God, even with the super combined, doesn't kill him straight away. Oh, 2 elites. Oh well. Good thing I had plenty of needler. So 3 rockets for these. It means I'm gonna have to reload, unfortunately. It actually does some weird self-damage at certain damage intervals, if you like. So it's not actually the exact amount of rocket damage that it does. It's a bit weird. It's like if you hit it with smaller weapons, you can do a little bit of damage, and then once it gets past a certain amount of damage, it just sort of self-inflicts like this sort of weird explosive damage. Yeah, see, these are the shields. I can't shoot it now, which would be great, but no, you gotta fight some more hunters first.
Take him out.
and just sit around and do nothing for 30 seconds, which is fun. Not. Fortunately, there's more than enough rocket launcher though. There should even be some still right back at the spawn, since I haven't used those. Right, the Pelican dropped me off. Oops, missed that one. One of the alternative strategies for this was to use a camo as my armor ability rather than the regen. That allows me to keep out of sight and do some attacks without them seeing.
Success, shield down. Get that last one, Crimson.
Here's a Furod gun. And I have to shoot 2, and then it does a little bit of damage each one. And then it'll sort of explode.
Guns down. Excellent, Crimson.
So much rocket ammo. And it's like, sweet, we can go straight back to the harvester now. And it's like, oh, wait. Nope. 10 meters of progress, dropping on your face again. I think I'm actually going to make like a big video just criticizing the hell out of Spartan Ups sometime soon. That'll be fun. But for now, these guys are a bit dumb, and you've got so much rocket launcher ammo. See, all of these Spartan Ops missions that are structured like this, especially the ones structured like this, you can do so much more quickly when you've got co-op partners, simply because you can put more firepower down the range, and you don't even have to be that good. You could have somebody standing next to the harvester by the time you hit one of those things, but I don't think it actually gets you anything because you pretty much have to hit all of these spawns in sequence. I actually tried that, you know, as soon as I'd killed it, I'd sprint straight back, but nothing happened. Didn't confer me any advantage at all. I just had to run back, and then things were dropping on my face again. And another one. Well, if they sent more than one Spartan, things would go faster, wouldn't they? Anyway. So, I think there's just one more drop pod that's already come down, and then finally get into the harvester itself. Well, we're going to have to wait for a little bit of an animated sequence when a Pelican comes down. It's going to shoot it with its magical turret gun, and that's going to magic destroy the shield, and we can get inside the harvester for the final bit. Sometimes I have to watch out for those jackal snipers. Take you a bit by surprise if you don't know they're going to come down. Just got to stick to the edges, make sure you know that they're there, look for them carefully, look for their red little lights on their hats. Sounds like there's a jackal. Can't pinpoint it properly because there's something wrong with the audio. You know it's nearby, but you don't know exactly where. So since I'm running way low, just going to get a bit more DMR ammo. Same place, doesn't despawn, still there. This box doesn't seem to be there in later missions though for some reason. When you come back to this later on this episode, this box just is not there. And I don't think it shows up in earlier missions either. It's just for this particular chapter. Don't know why. New plasma pistol as well. Plenty around, fortunately. Not like Sacred in episode 1. God, that was a long time ago, eh? Like, I've only got one plasma pistol for all these nights. And it's triggered not by you clearing the area and obviously there being no enemies. It's triggered by you walking up to it. And walking up to where if you stood there you would kind of be danger close. Well, not danger close because it's not artillery, but you know. You're pretty close to their line of fire.
Shields down. Crimson, get inside the harvester and let's see what we've got to work with.
So there's a couple of jackal snipers I think. One on either side. Just gotta be a bit careful. There we go. Where's the other one? Right there. Sometimes those guys can double team you. One shot is enough to kill you, just take out your shields. But if both of them shoot you at the same time, it's effectively an instant kill. So lots of jackals. Most of the enemies are concentrated up on the back, but there are a couple of enemies particularly going to have to watch out for these elites that come down very close. Oh, I thought he was going to run away there for a second. Pick up a kneeler. Oh, managed to find a plasma pistol that's got more charge.
Spartans, look!
Magically found these guys.
Science team, Crimson, clear the area so we can evac the big brains.
This is just a random like secondary objective that just like we happen to stumble upon them. Like apparently we're not actually actively looking for them. It's just like, oh, you guys are still alive? Okay, I guess we'll rescue you. Since you just happen to be along the way of our operation anyway, you know, why not? Will be nice. I think that we're getting very, very close to the end now. Whoa, just him. This is another one of those locations where maybe if you wanted to go play a little bit slower and you're playing a bit further away from the action, you could use the camo instead.
All clear. Free the science team.
Could get around those corners, deliver the plasma pistol EMP to the general elite, and then kill him pretty quickly. So in co-op again, like you could just have one person on each side and that'd be nice and easy, but on your own, like, you're gonna have to trek to the other side of the thing, which makes a whole lot of sense.
They were trying to make us fix the harvest.
God, they look so happy to see me, don't they?
Supplies destroyed.
They're just sort of walking past.
Doctor, we're going to get you a ride out.
Can't actually kill these guys. They don't have a headshot susceptibility. So at first I wasn't sure if you could actually kill them. I just sort of shot them once and I was like, okay, I'm just going to leave them alone. But if you do a bit of damage, it does actually just kill you. Like the civilians in Halo Reach, which was massively annoying.
Roland, where the hell are we going to find a Covenant Harvester power supply? I think I know.
It may even kill everyone in the party.
What do you have in mind?
I think it kills everyone in the party.
That they can. Spartans,
So somebody could troll you 3 times with that. So be aware of that if you're playing online. Don't get trolled. So delays and delays in this episode. Power supply isn't working because obviously it had been blown to hell by our artillery ages ago. So we're going to have to go off in search of a new power supply. 17 minutes 46 seconds, 92 kills, and no deaths as was expected. So previous and the next episode on either side of the video there. See you next time, guys.